It's time for the good news.
With Lunchbox.
Tell me something good.
Last week in New Hampshire, this guy's out on the water on his boat, hitting the waves, when all of a sudden, boom, and he bounces out of the boat. He's the driver of the boat. And so the boat...
Oh, that sucks.
The boat is zoom, 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 just going in circles.
That's why you got to have the clip on.
Well,
that turns the boat off?
Yeah, if you pull it, it pulls the key from the ignition, yeah.
Like on a treadmill.
Like on a treadmill. Exactly.
They have those on jet skis, but not a boat. And
some do.
Oh,
At the marina I used to work at, we had them, not the party barges because they were too slow, but the other boats did.
But it's going in circles, and this dude's like, sees it, and he tells his 17-year-old son, dude, there's a runaway boat out in the cove. The 17-year-old jumps on the neighbor's jet ski, zoom, 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 drives up to the boat, 1, 2, 3, dives onto the boat that's
I'm watching it, yeah.
And he stops the boat.
It's kind of like
broski.
Almost like a flat bottom, but like an Evinrude on the back of it, and it is just cutting, what do you call it, donuts?
Yeah.
In the water, and the kid's chasing it, and then finally jumps into it to cut it off.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. I wouldn't have jumped into it.
How crazy is that?
I'd let it run out of gas.
But what if it just went towards the land? What if
Well,
it
that's
went
when you
towards
jump in. That's when you just stay around it and you jump in if that happens. Otherwise, you'd probably let it just run out of gas.
One time my mom was at the lake in Wisconsin with her sisters. This is like 5-10 years ago. And some dude was on a boat, nice fancy boat. And he thinks he looks so cool. Boom, hits waves. He flies out.
Yeah.
The boat crashes through 3 docks.
Oh my God.
And comes like up onto the land.
It's like a movie.
She said, it was the craziest thing ever. And guy had been
drinking.
Yeah.
Listeners can't see you do that with your
Well, I didn't know if I should say that.
No, I hear you.
But you're not using
that
names.
to us.
That's true. I'm not using names.
Listeners don't know.
But my mom said it was crazy. Destroyed 2 other boats and 3 docks and came to a stop on the land.
That's one of the craziest things she's probably ever seen. Watch with her eyeballs.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen is Lunchbox doing drinking right now to keep it a secret because it happened 10 years ago in Wisconsin and it's totally anonymous. But he's worried about accusations.
Allegedly. Hey, that guy may listen.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, but my mom said it was like an older dude with a bunch of young chicks on the boat.
You're just kind of jealous, though. He's like looking all cool.
Yeah.
You wish that were you.
And he was sitting up on the top, you know what I mean? Like on the side of it, and bam.
All right, good story. The kid stopped the
Brady
boat.
Brady whatever.
I bet that's not his name. But
no, it is Brady Procon.
Maybe that is. Yeah.
I don't know. He's 17,
first version
dude.
was a little tough. All right, there you go. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
The Bobby Bone Show.
We did a scam alert as soon as the show started this morning. Listen to it on podcast. But we were talking about getting text messages and not knowing if it's real or not. So if you get a text message from one of those short numbers, and what I said this morning without much knowledge of the situation is I trust all the short numbers to be legitimate because I don't know. You can't just get a 5-digit phone number. We looked it up. To get a short code, which is what I'm referring to, you can get one from the U.S. Short Code Administration. You have to pay for it, and you have to register, and they have to okay you. So as of now, if you do get one of those 5-digiters, could be from Amazon, UPS, that is legitimate because no scammers with uncles in the Sudan who have a bank account, they want to transfer their money to your account and are going to pay for that or be allowed to have it because you have to go through a process. So it's not just about scam alerts. It's also what's not a scam. That's what we're teaching you.
That's good to know.
That's
Listen
smart.
to the podcast. You can hear the whole story and search for Bobby Bone Show wherever you podcast. Okay, thank you. Amy, you good for the joke?
Yep.
All right, Investigative Corny will have 90 seconds to get as many of these right as possible. Let's go. The Morning Corny.
Did you hear about the ice cream truck accident?
I coned it.
It was a mess. It melted.
It was frozen in time. It was creamy.
So this is a riddle.
Yeah, it's hard to do an investigative riddle, but
Well, y'all are smart.
The Nutty Buddy? No.
will you say it again?
Did you hear about the ice cream truck accident?
I know it. Here, I sure didn't.
You sure didn't?
I
And
sure didn't.
So move on.
Oh.
And you said ice.
I sure didn't. I just
sure
moved on.
didn't.
Yeah.
Or,
What is it?
Oh, someone got creamed.
They got sandwiched.
okay.
Oh, a car got sent.
I mean, that could work. That's not what I have, but.
Oh, cream.
Cone.
Flavor.
Oh, he hit a cone.
Vanilla. Oh, that's good too. No, sure didn't. Did he not hit any cones during his driver's exam?
What in the world?
Flavors.
Rocky
Cups.
Road. Oh,
he hit a rocky road.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, what
Hit a rocky road. Good. Yeah, good.
what does a spider's bride wear?
Widow.
Web.
Widow.
Web.
Black widow.
A veil.
No.
Don't commit like that. I was committed.
Yeah, I
you
was
had
too.
such a tone in your voice.
A web.
What does a spider's bride wear? A spider, 8 legs, a web, Charlotte's Web, Charlotte from Sex and the City. Sex and the City was on HBO.
What does she wear?
Gone the wrong way?
Too far. Yeah.
What does the spider's bride wear? Bride wear. What does the
Bride.
spider's
Stop yelling at us. You're making me nervous.
What do they wear? What's their brother?
Wedding dress. A webbing dress.
Yes, that's it. A webbing dress.
That
You
was
got
it?
it. Y'all got 2.
What?
Don't act like it was
The riddle
good.
was
The riddle one was tough because
But
we
you
were.
got there.
You just asked us a question.
right. It's
And I was like, nope, sure didn't.
I know. I thought I'd switch it up. I don't normally
I had
do
fun,
that.
but I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
It's kind of fun. I
But you
guess.
got 2,
We got
guys.
2.
and then you went away from the ice cream theme on the second one. Where was the theme?
Yeah, we thought there was a theme too. You
I
were
was like, ice cream.
I've only done themes a few times. The next
But every
one,
time, like the last 3 or 4, it doesn't matter.
the next one was going to be about an insect, so I was just all over
Eddie,
the place.
give it to us.
All right. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose. Good job. Tonight, Eddie and myself, our sports show, we'll be doing a podcast recording in Tucson. Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue, 1801 North Stone Avenue. 1801 North Stone Avenue, Tucson, Arizona. That's where we're going to be tonight at 7 p.m. It's free. We've never been there. We just now found out the name of the place.
Hold on. Can I drink while we're doing the podcast?
Yes.
I'm at a barbecue
You
shack.
can't say yes.
I mean,
Thanks, Amy.
You're not there.
I know, but
No.
but,
You said beer and bourbon,
But
dude.
maybe
and
after.
barbecue. I love the alliteration.
Maybe after.
Not during. Okay.
Yeah. Why would you just go yes?
Because
I
one
liked it.
drink while you're having it makes it more.
Hey, Gundy, relax, okay?
Who?
Nothing. All right. Did you not hear the story about the coach at Oklahoma State? Talking about one of his players?
No.
And he's like, how much do you have? 3, 4 beers? I've probably done it 100 times. I think he said 1,000 times. And people are
Oh.
like, wait, what?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I have a painter at my house right now, and I saw some beers in the dumpster, which means they were
boy.
having beers on their lunch break. And I was like, how do I feel
I'm
about
all good
this?
for that. I'm fine with that.
I thought it was fine
I'm
too.
fine. I'm fine for that, yeah.
Okay.
But Amy said you can have a beer while you work. Eddie,
Awesome. Thank
but
you,
only
Amy.
one.
You send an email and we read it on the air. It's something we call Bobby's mailbag. Yeah.
Hello, Bobby Bones. My good friend crashed my car last week. He borrowed it to go pick up dinner for a group of us and backed into a partition, leaving a huge gash all the way down the whole passenger side of the car. He doesn't make much money, but I don't feel like I should have to bear his financial burden myself. Do I ask him to pay for the repairs? Though I know it's going to be tough for him. Signed, Crash Test Dummy. First of all, your language of my friend crashed my car. It's a bit different than getting a scratch down the side. So
Yeah.
from this, I can tell you're a bit dramatic. That's not a crash. That's an accident.
Sure.
That's not a crash. He borrowed it to go pick up dinner. Now what matters here is, did you say, hey, will you go pick up dinner for us, but you can take my car? Meaning he was doing something for the group that he was asked to do. Factor that in. Or it was like, I got to go pick up some food. I'll go get it. Whose car can I borrow? And it was all on them. Because if someone was like, hey, take my car and go pick up food for all of us, I do think you treat it a little different.
That's on the owner.
Not fully. And if the dude's broke, what are you going to do? Get Mountain Dew out of a watermelon? You ain't. You're getting money. So insurance, you have to pay for it for the most part. There's a deductible, $500, $1,000. If you're the one that told him to use your car, I think you have to meet in the middle of that deductible. If it was on him, payment plan it back. You got to put that repair on layaway.
Yeah, you would think that friend would. That's what they would offer and say.
You would
right?
think.
Like if I wrecked your car, I'd be like,
Different though, because we're at a stage in our life where I'm assuming they're young.
yeah.
Yeah, no money.
Yeah, they're very young and probably
Well-
24, maybe into college.
Like college was tough. If you did this in college,
No way.
How am I going to get you?
Oh, I'll just move. If I wreck somebody's car, I would just move cities.
Yeah.
They would never see me again because I can't pay for that.
Okay, well then backing up when we were in our 20s and we had no money, if I borrowed your car, I mean, multiple times. I can't really remember why, but I remember having your car. And if I would have wrecked it, I would have had to figure out a way to pay you back. But you probably would have been like, it's all good. And I'd be like, thank you.
That's what she used to do at dinner all the time. She'd forget her wallet. Every
all the
She'd be
time,
like, I don't have
every
my
time.
wallet. I got it. It's all good. It's all good.
We were young.
I think that if you asked them to use your car to go pick up food for everybody, you find a way for you both to do it. If it's on them, you have to offer him a plan to go, hey, look, this sucks. And I know it's a lot of money for you. I'm going to need your help to pay off my deductible. And you don't have to pay it all now because I know you don't have it. But can you do like $25 a month, $50 a month, something like that? Because again, you're not going to get money out of somebody who doesn't have money.
And then just don't let people borrow your car.
Lesson learned. There you go. Thank you. That's the mailbag.
We got your email and we read it on the air. Now it's time to close Bobby's mailbag. Yeah.
Yes, Bobby Bones.
So we all have buzzers in our hand. We'll do a buzzer check in 1 second so nobody hit their buzzers. This is what it will sound like. So we're going to do a segment called Selfish Stories. Everybody gets to bring whatever story they would just love to talk about. Very selfishly. It could be something that you know would not interest the listener, so that's why we don't do it. But if all three of the other people buzz you, you have to stop your story. It moves on.
Ah, so stupid.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So if all three don't, and if you buzz, you just say who you are, but you can't talk anymore. You got to let them keep going. But if all three buzz, your story is over.
Okay.
So if I were like, I want to tell a story. I went walking down the street, and I got three of those I have to stop.
But one, you just keep going.
One, you just, okay, I hear you. But I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
So everybody has their story, their own super personal interest.
Yes.
Buzzer check. Amy, hit us with your buzzer. Okay, good.
It's delayed. Mine
No,
delayed.
you didn't have your phone in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
No, it doesn't know your mind.
Well, what happens, Bones, is the phone goes to sleep, and then you got to get
Well,
your
that's why
passcode out.
I was like, Amy,
That's
she's
it.
like grabbing her phone, can't find it. Then she's like, I don't know why it's delayed. But that's mine. Lunchbox.
Yeah.
We could. Eddie?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
Does mine sound good though?
It sounds as good as everybody else's does. You could also
Go.
do. What? Yours didn't work? Oh my God.
It's the update.
There it goes.
He holds his computer up next to the microphone.
I did have it on the computer, and then I'm on a
Well, what's
website. I
that?
don't know where you guys are on.
You're on a website? It's an app.
No, I got a website. It's called
Well, that's the problem.
myinstance.com. See? I googled buzzer.
Why is this
But why
complicated?
didn't you
sent
use
you the app.
Why didn't you? That's. I mean, it's basically working, but the app was sent.
No
to
one
us.
sent me an app.
Yes, send us all an app.
Click on the photo.
Click on the photo.
We all got texted the same thing.
That's true.
No, it says, look.
No, that's an email. Check your text.
Oh my
you
God.
texted
He
us?
doesn't know the difference in a text and an email? Okay,
see.
so here's what we're going to do. Then everybody regroup.
Literally, I got no
We're gonna-
text.
Listen, we're going to do it right after this. Everybody get your buzzers ready. We're going to do this segment. We're going to let him get his phone ready. We'll do this.
No text.
Selfish news next.
Bobby Bones.
Thanks for starting your day with the Bobby Bone Show on Case 100.7.
The Bobby Bones Show.
We have our buzzers. Everybody gets to bring a very selfish story. You get to do it until the other three people buzz you. If you hear the sound, I'll go Bobby, and then I'll stop talking. You get to keep reading. If all three people buzz you, you're out. Up first, Amy. Amy, what's your story about?
It's about birds. Well, bird sounds and singing, and how when I hear the birds chirping in my backyard, I feel more calm. And then this story popped up on my feed about how humans have been hardwired over thousands of years to subconsciously feel safe when birds are singing. And the facts behind this are birds stop singing when dangerous predators are around.
Whoa.
So that
Who's
means
that?
Lunchbox.
Okay, you have
but
one buzz?
But that
Keep
means
reading, Amy.
that, like, so for us, when the birds are chirping, like, we feel safer and calmer. And it's when they stop that it's like, what is it?
That's me.
That's it?
Yeah. No,
Well,
she
so-
just keep going.
Keep going,
Bird
Amy.
chirping leads to just better mental well-being, relaxation.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah. The whole predator thing was cool, but now she's on another thing.
But that's
you
why.
But you could have gone to the whole story.
That basically was it. I made it.
All right.
I don't even have to buzz me.
Well, we did, though.
I feel pretty good about it.
Okay. So, good job. I liked it. Thank you.
Buzz y'all back.
Eddie,
Guys,
what's your story?
millions of monarch butterflies have gone missing. Like whoa!
Lunchbox.
We can help it though.
That was
it's
me.
okay. It's okay
Lunchbox
because
and Amy got buzzed. Okay, you keep going.
it's okay because
Sorry.
you guys are terrible. They're about to go extinct.
Yeah, you got buzzed. You cannot continue with your
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
story. Okay.
yellow card.
Lunchbox.
Hooters. We all love Hooters. And I'm talking about the restaurant guys. Don't get your mind out of the gutter. They are in big trouble. They shut a bunch of restaurants last week, and now
old news.
No,
Eddie, okay.
That's last week.
Keep going.
Now they can't pay their bills. They're no longer the sponsor in NASCAR. You won't see Hooters flying around the track. They can't pay the bills. So
Who cares?
There's
Right.
Amy. Okay.
So Hooters is in. It looks like it's the end of Hooters.
He's starting to repeat things.
I know. He doesn't know where to start back. Hooters, Hooters. Okay.
They can't pay their bills.
Thank you. You also went after the buzz. You've been warned as well.
I know. I copied him.
We need a taser for second level.
Oh, no.
You get buzz for first level, tased for second. Okay, I'll go now. $2 million stolen in a heist. Have you heard this? At a Dallas card show, the guy was packing up his cards. He had I don't say idiot. I want to victim blame. He took $2 million in cards into a card show, had no security with him. That's like people that have these huge rings and they don't have anybody with them.
So dumb.
It's so dumb.
Oh, Amy?
Why would you buzz me then go?
Memorabilia cards? Like what kind of card? I don't know.
You
No,
buzzed
you
me
don't have
and then-
questions. You don't
then
have
Amy,
you buzz.
Then Amy buzzed me and went like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Sports cards?
I'm just like,
Yeah, like Mickey Mantle rookies.
Whoa.
There was a ton of that, but it was $2 million. They have the footage of the people going in, like committing the heist, and over like $1 million is considered a heist. They have all the security footage. The guys were pretending to put away chairs, but they were stealing the cards, and they walked out with $2 million.
oh, that's
That's
crazy.
pretty legit.
End of story. Oh,
Amy,
the
you
story's
can't
over.
say that's crazy.
And you can't
You
buzz me when the
buzzed.
story's over.
Oh, that is crazy. They pretended they were
No,
cleaning.
Amy, you're done. You're done. You can't talk.
That was it. But what kind of person goes in with $2 million of anything and doesn't have security to guard the $2 million? It doesn't matter what it is. Wouldn't you guys, if you had a bucket of cash, $100,000 in a bucket of cash?
I thought you were done with
The
your
story's
story.
over.
Oh, okay.
I already won.
Then what are we talking about here?
I'm asking the question.
Oh,
generally.
this is no more game.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
If you had something worth $100,000,
Yeah, security. Bring them along.
right?
Dumbos.
Unless it was an inside job.
Oh, it's an insurance fraud.
I don't know that it is.
Like maybe he has insurance on those cards and wants to collect the money.
Could be, but you buzzed me, so I can't respond to you.
This game's tough, man.
We'll
It's
get
tough
there.
because you guys cheat.
What are you,
No,
what are
we
you
didn't
talking
cheat.
about?
Amy buzzed me and then went like, I didn't mean to buzz you. But she just held true
No,
to it.
I just buzzed because I was like, I don't think I'm into this. But
And what's-
then you said something, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. She buzzed and then she goes, interesting.
That was
I
the
can't believe-
interesting buzzer.
Can I ask why you buzzed me?
Because Hooters, like, we already know they're going out of business. Old story.
No, but this was a
Yeah,
new
so like,
thing.
They
of
lost
course
the
they can't pay their
sponsorship?
bills. Like, if they're going out of business.
Hey, we'll
like,
give it another run in a couple weeks or so.
Guys, these butterflies, though, it's crazy. Like, no.
Nah, dude.
All right.
Maybe we call them like, it's like the buzzer story. I don't know. There's something to the site. I like it. It's a mess. But
We're
I
still
like
working
it.
on it.
Yeah, I like it. All right, let's.
I like it. Let's do
Hold on.
something with alliteration.
Oh, no.
I just want to do it to her
Like
anytime.
alliteration.
Hannah, what's happening?
Hi, how are you guys? Oh my gosh.
Doing pretty good. What can I do for you?
So I have a part of me is genuine. Part of me wants to know how Lunchbox feels about this.
Okay, go ahead.
I am going to be a first year teacher out in St. Louis this year. And they've kind of done away with like supply lists and, shared supplies like kids bring in for school. And it's also like a very poor area, which I understand. So they're kind of encouraging us to put together Amazon wish lists, which makes me feel really, really awkward. Like putting together a whole list of things, people just be like, hey, can you buy this for me? But I also want to know if Lunchbox has seen any of those and how he feels about teachers asking for free things.
Everybody listen right now. Brace yourself. Just you're about to get angry. It's not Bobby saying this because sometimes he says stuff and I feel the brunt. Lunchbox, how do you feel about Amazon wish list from teachers?
Oh, I hate it. It's so stupid. It's so annoying, and everybody does it. And I think what has happened is school districts see that teachers do this, and they're like, hey, we don't have to get them school supplies. Everybody else will buy it for them, so we'll just save the money for something else. When they know they have the money, they've been doing it for years, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, teachers making these wish lists. So that's why I put up my grocery list a couple years ago because I was like,
listeners bought us groceries.
because,
Oh my gosh.
because if people are going to be buying you all your stuff, then why wouldn't you buy me my stuff? Like, it just seems crazy.
Because she's helping shape our future.
But yeah, she
And-
chose that profession. That ain't my fault.
Okay, there is a bit of validity to that point.
I mean, you
No,
chose to be a teacher.
But yes, there's a bit of validity to that point. However, I do think it's a system that if we as individuals don't step in to help, that system's never going to get better.
You know what's going to
It's
happen?
a broken system where we don't pay teachers enough because there's not enough money, and they have to do X, Y, and Z extra. Then they get tired of doing that. They can't do that anymore, so then they don't care as much. So then our kids aren't taught as well, and the system's broken. So we have to step in, if we can, and help in ways that we can. It doesn't have to just be this, but that's why I don't have a problem with it so much, and it's different from him.
But school districts, she said, they already say, we don't have supplies. Yeah, you know why? Because everybody else will buy them for them.
They don't have money.
So
There's
what's
not
soon
money.
going to happen
She also
is
says
the
the
school
poor
districts are going to pay them
area.
$2.13 an hour like waitresses, and they're going to just say, the parents will tip the teachers.
them, yeah.
And guess what? We'll pay their salaries too. We already paid taxes for that.
Never heard that was a thing, but that's interesting. It's an interesting theory.
I mean, it's a slippery slope, people.
Hey, Hannah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did you choose to go into teaching?
I've worked with kids my whole life. I've always loved it, and I've always been good at it. And I did kind of some field work. I went out to the zoo. I did some field work with a charter school, a Title I school. And I absolutely fell in love with it. I always wanted to work I work in the inner city right now. And I freaking love those kids. I think that a lot of people don't want to teach in those areas, and so they kind of get the brunt of the teachers.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if I can go and I can choose to go, then at least they have somebody out there,
It's extremely selfless. She knows she can affect these kids' lives. She also knows that what her ceiling is financially, and yet she's still going to do it. That being said, do you have a Venmo?
Oh, my gosh. See, here we go.
Oh my God!
I know you're not asking for anything, so I don't mind. Don't say it on the air. But if I put you on hold, I'm just asking if you have a Venmo or PayPal. Which one do you have?
I have Venmo. You're gonna make me cry.
How much is your whole list? I don't know if I can do the whole list, but it's like $1 million.
Yeah, do you already have it put
Do you
together?
need me to build you a whole school? I can't do that.
I do. Most of it is like toothbrushes, deodorant, things like that.
Okay, how much do you
added
need?
Those things on. I don't want you to pay for all of it. That makes me feel really, really bad. I don't want you to do that. It was about $400 to $500 for everything, books.
Okay, I'm going to send you $500.
Yeah.
Leave. I'm going to have them leave your
my
Venmo.
God.
Don't hang up.
Oh my
I know
God.
you weren't calling to be like, give me money. I think it's funny to ask Lunchbox that question too. I'd never heard the theory of we're going to be tipping teachers. That to me, it's hilarious. I mean, it is funny. It's dumb. I think it's dumb to feel that way, but he has the right to his feelings. But I will just cover this. Consider it not even a gift. Consider it a thank you from all of us. And just please keep doing what you're doing.
God, thank you so much. I love you guys all so much. I'm going to cry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
I'm going to put you on hold. Leave Abby your Venmo, and I'll send it right over, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, you know
Bye.
what happens now? Abby, get ready. Phone line's going to be blowing up.
But I won't do that.
Other teachers, Instagram, they're going to be DMing you all day. Hey, what about this
that's
wish
probably
list?
true. It's
Oh, my gosh.
in my DMs.
Nauseating.
It is.
Okay.
There's 1,000 of them,
Nauseating.
You know what
but I respect it.
never thought of about teachers is I like that she shared. She's like, gosh, it's, they're encouraging us to do this and it's awkward. And I just want to let teachers know whenever we see those lists, like we don't think it's awkward. Please make them so we know how to support. Like, don't feel any shame in that. We know the situation
Unless
and
you
we
really
want
can't
to
afford
help.
it. Yeah. Unless you do make a lot of money.
But
And you're,
Then it's
and you're a
awkward.
superintendent, you don't need pencils.
Oh,
But I hear you.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. There is no shame in asking for help, period.
yeah.
Especially if you're doing something for somebody else.
It's time for the good news.
With Bobby.
Back in May, guy and his girlfriend go on vacation. They go to Puerto Rico. They're there. There's a stray puppy that comes up. And there are a lot of stray puppies all over the place. And they're like, don't feed the puppies. But they're like, I'm giving this little dog a little piece of food. What does the dog do? Follows them along. Dog keeps following them. They kind of like the dog. Dog keeps following them. They were leaving, like, we can't leave this dog behind. Well, they couldn't actually take the dog on the airplane. It wasn't their dog. So there's a charity group that they kind of reached out to. Went and found the dog, got the dog over to the States.
That's crazy.
Josie, Dr. Josie, who is a vet that does a podcast called In the Vet's Office, they went to, I believe, Mexico. Same thing happened, but she's a vet. And the dog that followed them along and was sick, she got to take it home. And not only that, they got it home, and it turns out it was pregnant, which was crazy.
Yeah.
So, and that's a really good podcast. Check that out. It's called In the Vet's Office with Dr. Josie. But a big shout out here because they could have easily not fed the dog, and two, just fed the dog and let it go about its way. But no, they wanted it. And Cece's back there with them. They did a DNA test too to see how old she was because you can't really tell.
Yeah, I don't know how old my
I
dog
don't know how old you are.
is. The vet tried to look at her teeth,
Let
but
me see your teeth.
not my
25.
teeth. My dog, because we rescue her, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, she was 1 or 2 when we got her. I don't know.
Look at my teeth. How old am I? 10. That's right.
Oh,
They're
wow.
literally 10 years old, yeah, when I got fake ones put in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fox29.com with that story. There you go. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
From the Southern Careers Institute studios.
KASE HD1, Austin's #1 for new country is Case 100.7, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Wake up in the morning, and then you turn the radio on, and the dial just keeps on turning. Then you hear Eddie and me lunchbox, Morgan too, school of Steve Ray, Abbott's trying to put you through. Mike D's writing this week's next bit, and Bobby's on the mic, so you know what this is. Yeah. This is the Bobby Bones Show.
Time for the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
A group of terrified teenagers called police in a panic after they claimed they ran into a growling Bigfoot-like creature with glowing eyes. The recent high school graduates from southern Louisiana were camping in the National Forest about 100 miles northwest of Baton Rouge. They reported the encounter last week. They recalled seeing the large animal. They said resembled the shape, the size of what a Bigfoot would be described as. 9:20 p.m., one member of the group, they were all 17 and 18 years old, called 911. He was out of his mind scared. Is not acting. Although it could have been somebody messing with him. But he thought it was real. And he said he heard a growl and saw what appeared to be an animal that had glowing eyes and stood about 5 feet tall. Deputies responded to the scene, walked to the campsite. They followed the sound of their whistles. They could not find Bigfoot. So far, no Bigfoot has been found.
So they're 17 and 18, and they're out. Like, is there anything involved? Because when I was
what
in
were they
high
on?
school, like one time at this party, these kids were eating these tacos that were mushroom tacos, if you know, and they started talking to the basketballs. So,
I mean, they could have been on edibles. They could have been drinking. Who knows?
Okay.
But I don't know that. So I can't insert that into this.
I don't
because
either.
I don't know that. It could have been an FCA group, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, as easily as it could have been. So, but they think they saw Bigfoot. I heard the call. I know. But I heard the call. It did not sound like they were messing with 911.
Okay.
It also could have been a friend who knew where they were, scaring the crap out of them.
True.
If so, and that friend's listening, kudos to you, my friend. You made the national news. That's good. New York Post with that story. The next story is a Houston woman was scrolling through Facebook when she saw a post. She's like, wait, what? It was a gift registry for an upcoming wedding for her husband and another woman.
No
Now,
way.
On the surface, you're like, what the heck? However, when I add the rest of this, you can tell me how you feel about it. So she's scrolling. She sees that her husband is getting married again or remarried. Now, they separated in 2019. They had not finalized their divorce because apparently he didn't want his family to think he was a failure. So he's also, I think, been married 4 times. Not that but it's just all this together seems a little odd. If you're not together, but you're still married and you post this, it's not the same as the person you're still with posting the registry.
Right.
It could be illegal if he's married to 2 people at the same time.
Yeah, like he needs to finalize that divorce.
Because he is now being charged with bigamy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's being charged? Come on.
Yeah, because I think when she saw it, they still were not split, but the other couple wasn't married. Since then, they got married.
I mean,
The headline is deceiving. Like, I thought he was doing the whole complete double life thing where he has a family
That's what you thought
here.
Morgan's boyfriend was doing.
Yeah, because it happens.
It does.
Rarely, but yes.
Rarely. It's more
so
than
rare.
you think.
No, but it's so rare when it does happen, it makes the news.
You ever
all.
watch Dateline?
When asked by reporters about the charges, Marcus said he wasn't aware of them and denied being married to anyone.
Well.
But it's a good headline. Woman scrolls, finds her husband.
Right.
Registry. Napoleon's pistol sells for $1.83 million at an auction. 2 pistols owned by the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, with one, which he once intended to kill himself with, have been sold at an auction for $1.83. Yeah. The guns are inlaid with gold and silver. Would you rather have these 2 guns, because they're together, these 2 guns from Napoleon, or that original artwork of Harry Potter that went for $1.9 million?
Harry Potter.
What?
I don't want guns from Napoleon.
They're valued about the same, so there's not a wrong answer here. I'm just asking what you'd personally like to have.
I'm not even really into Harry Potter, but I would, if I had to choose, the Harry Potter.
I think Harry Potter's going to go up more.
Probably. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's Napoleon, man.
What would you want?
That's historical.
I don't even know who Napoleon is.
What?
He's a short guy. I know that.
He actually wasn't that short, though.
He wasn't that short. You're right. He's a great leader, great conqueror.
Oh, okay.
But was he? I know he's a great leader, but also maybe not totally a great guy.
I think if you're going to be a great leader back then, you couldn't have been a great guy because you had to make a lot of tough decisions like kill everybody.
Okay.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And maybe even kill yourself
And I don't think,
thought about it.
Yeah, I don't even think back then that was considered not great or a bad person. That was just what you had to do to get power. If that is...
and there's probably not a lot of literature about them and the therapy they went through to try to figure out why they were the way they were.
Don't know they had...
Right.
Yeah, I don't know they had that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably like to have the Harry Potter just to be able to display it more.
Yeah.
I think that would be cooler and more pop culture relevant. I think both will go up a lot in value. A passenger saves a man's life while waiting at an airport terminal after spotting 2 symptoms on the guy.
Which were they?
A woman... What?
I'm trying to think of what were the symptoms and would I spot them?
Okay, well, let's see. A woman at a North Carolina airport saved a man's life after her quick thinking and medical know-how led her to believe he was having a heart attack. She is a nurse. She was waiting at the gate for the flight. She noticed a struggling Ken Jeffries. Jeffries, 57, was on the same Knoxville-bound flight, and he was kind of snoring, like half asleep, breathing weird. And she was like, that is not normal. I've heard that before. And so she was like, I think you're having some sort of heart. And he was.
Wow. I thought like maybe he was going to be hunched over holding his chest.
Well, yeah, that I would guess that one. Then, too.
That's an obvious one.
I'm like, that I would spot. But
I'm having a heart attack. If I heard that, I would go, I bet he's having a heart attack.
Isn't your sleep apnea a lot of times that associated with later a heart condition or could cause
or
a heart
stroke.
attack? Okay.
Because it's like the sleep apnea that I have. It's you stop breathing, and so that means oxygen's not going into your body, your blood, and that could cause a lot of things. You can have oxygen, obviously. A flight got canceled after a first-time flyer thought an emergency exit was a bathroom and deployed one of the slides.
Oh,
It's not, no.
Have you not watched a TV show ever? Or watch an internet video not to know what's what? That's from SCMP. And that is the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.